Right now, somewhere in the world, at every moment, a child is picking up a phone not to call somebody, not to do their homework, but to doom scroll. The average American checks their phone 186 times per day. That's once every 5 minutes of every waking hour. For teenagers, daily non-educational screen time has crept up to 8.5 hours per day. The Black Dog Institute's future proofing study shows that 93% of young Australians are using social media every single day. The issue is not technology itself. No, the issue is the technology we're handing our future generations are not designed for them in their best interests. They're designed for engagement. And as Tristan Harris from the Center of Humane Technology argues, engagement is just a polite word for extraction. Our future generations are inheriting digital environments that are built on what researchers would call hostile design, systems whose financial logic reward capturing attention as opposed to liberating it. Infinite scroll, intermittent reinforcement, algorithmic amplification of anxiety and outrage. And these are not mistakes. No, they are features. The Black Dog Institute's 2024 findings show that passive social media consumption is directly associated with increased symptoms of depression, anxiety, insomnia, and disordered eating in adolescent Australians. And these findings are corroborated internationally, and in one case, in a systematic review published by BMC Psychology. The answer is not to take the phones away. They've become an irremovable aspect of our lives. The answer is to redesign the moment that we pick them up. Introducing Threshold, a mindful gateway for all of your devices. Threshold is not an app blocker, and it doesn't dictate what you can or cannot do on your device. What it does is create a brief, intentional pause, a moment of good friction every single time you open your phone or your laptop. The moment you access your device, a calm screen appears. Your personal vision board, images representing your goals and aspirations, fill the background of your screen. And then, 3 questions will emerge. What is the one thing that we set out to do today? What progress have we made since we last spoke? And what are you doing right now? You type your answers. You enter your device. That's it. The vision board is not merely aesthetic. It's neurological. Our reticular activating system, a network of neurons in our brainstem responsible for filtering the flood of sensory information, directs our attention towards what we've identified as meaningful. When we prime it with clear, vivid representations of our goals, neuroimaging research shows us that many of the neural pathways activate as though we're physically pursuing those goals. Threshold places that priming at the exact moment of device access, turning every unlock into a quiet act of reorientation. At 6 p.m. each evening, or whenever the user decides, Threshold will initiate a brief daily review. Your device will remain soft locked until you acknowledge what you've accomplished today. You reflect on one thing you'd like to do better tomorrow, and you set your top 3 priorities for the following day. It's an evening ritual, honest, grounding, and brief. Behind the scenes, Threshold builds a living profile of who you are becoming. Inspired by Dr. Jordan Peterson's self-authoring methodology, Threshold uses AI to guide users through a deep profiling process, mapping their positive vision and their anti-vision. A 2023 systematic review published in Nature's NPI Mental Health Research confirmed that mindfulness-based digital interventions produce measurable improvements in attention regulation, stress reduction, and emotional well-being. A companion study in the Journal of Medical Internet Research found that benefits begin in as few as 10 days of consistent use, and the three gates approach that Threshold uses is not arbitrary. A landmark meta-analysis by Gollwitzer and Sheeran, published in Advances in Experimental Social Psychology, examined 94 studies across 8,000 participants and found that if-then planning produces a medium to large effect on whether you actually achieve your goals. Every time you answer Threshold's 3 questions at the point of unlock, that is exactly what you are doing. Threshold operates on a subscription basis. That means its revenue depends on users actually finding it valuable enough to keep. Unlike the rest of big tech, Threshold earns nothing keeping you stuck on your device. Instead, it earns by helping you spend less time on your device aimlessly and spend more time on what you've decided matters. For us, the implementation costs are low. The code is simple. There's no additional hardware, and it's compatible with any existing device. Under 5 minutes of meaningful engagement is required per day for us to consider it a job well done, and the long-term potential is significant. The total addressable market is everyone. Hostile design profits from our distraction. Threshold profits from our clarity. Where social media is engineered to hold your attention, Threshold is engineered to hand it back. Briefly, gently, and at every time you unlock your device. The technology exists, the research supports it, and the need is urgent. Threshold, because every door deserves a moment of intention before you walk through it.